Hi, my name's Milo Brown. I am the distribution account manager here at Enphase Energy, and we are at Solar and Storage, exhibiting this year all of our products in the whole home energy management system for Enphase. A little bit about me personally, I've been with Enphase for about just over 3 years. Enphase is a fantastic company. For those that don't know Enphase, we're a US manufacturer. We're actually a tech company, so our head office is over in Silicon Valley. And being a US company, there's a few things that are really important to us. We want to make the best products. We want to have the best reliability. We want to make the most innovative products that are able to allow us to really navigate the future of solar, because solar's changing. It's not only just generating your own solar energy and either sending it back to grid or using it. We're now getting into the realms of storing it in your own battery and then using it at the times that you need it during the day. And then going a step even further, that homeowners can now make money by selling it back to the energy provider, sending it back to the grid at different times of the day.
And that is using your own proprietary app to go with this?
Certainly. We have our fantastic Enphase app. Just going back to that for a second, our products, we've got our microinverters. Mm-hmm. The difference between a microinverter and a string inverter, for example, is you have one per panel rather than one central unit. So why that's important for the app, for example, is because it allows a homeowner and an installer to see every single part of the system. So they can literally see which each individual panel is doing at any given time and see exactly which each panel is producing, and allows the system to be completely optimized. So if one panel is producing a little bit less, it doesn't pull down the whole output of that system.
And equally, if one of them is producing almost nothing, it would indicate that there was a problem somewhere and we could fix it.
Exactly that, yeah. Luckily, we make very reliable products.
Yeah.
So the chances that a microinverter will have an issue, so will fail, and we put pen to paper, is 1 in 2,000.
Wow.
So that's a 1 in 2,000 reliability rate.
That's a tiny amount.
It's a tiny amount. I'm not sure if any other manufacturer publishes their failure rates, but we do, because I mean, we are really, really proud of it.
Yeah, it's something to be proud of.
Before we even launch a product onto the market, we test it with over 1 million hours of testing. And that reliability rate is based on microinverters in the field. And up until now, we've actually shipped 73 million microinverters.
So this isn't just in a clinical conditions in a laboratory somewhere. This is actually out in the real world, experience real world weather, real world situations.
Correct, exactly that. Because what we understand is homeowners and installers, one of the most annoying parts of any system is when you fit something, whether it's solar, whether it's a car, is having to pay for repairs and maintenance costs. That's the beauty of an Enphase system, is that we're so reliable. Over that course of 25 years, it's very, very unlikely you're going to have any additional costs in that time.
Wow, so it's almost like a 25-year guarantee.
Exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself. That's how we give the 25-year warranty. It's not a marketing gimmick.
It's a fact.
It's a fact that they are so reliable. We as Enphase were able to put our name behind our product for 25 years. That's on the microinverter side. Our battery also has a leading industry warranty of 15 years. So 15 years on the battery and 25 years on the microinverter.
Is that 15 years and a certain number of cycles?
6,000 cycles.
6,000 cycles.
Yeah, 6,000 cycles, 15 years, and we guarantee after the 15 years that the battery will still have a 60% retention.
So even if that was just one cycle a day, that's about 18 years.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly that. But maybe we can have a look at the rest of the portfolio.
Certainly.
Because in the UK at the moment, we've of course got our IQ8 microinverters that we launched last year.
This is the update on the IQ7.
The update on the IQ7. The biggest.
Is this because of the bigger panels that are out now?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The solar industry is ever evolving. Panel modules are getting more efficient. They're getting higher in terms of wattage. So you need microinverters to match that.
Yeah.
So we introduced the IQ8s to be able to match those.
So the reason for having 3 microinverters at this point is to try and make the most of each individual panel. Should you be matching your inverter to the panel that you've bought?
Yeah, it is important to match the correct microinverter to panel. That can be difficult and tricky to estimate. But in the UK, due to our climate, we advise that somewhere between oversizing of 20 to 40%. So, for example, an IQ8 AC, which has a max apparent power of 366 VA, 366 watts if you like, You want to match that with somewhere in the region of maybe a 440, maybe a 450 watt panel, because you're oversizing enough. And we all know in a 450 watt panel in the UK, how many days of the year is that running at 450?
Not many.
Not many. So you want to oversize. So on those low light conditions in the winter, or when it's not producing 450, it's running at 300. You're able to work that microinverter as hard as you can, so it's most efficient.
And does that allow it to work at a lower startup voltage as well then?
Certainly, we've got, and that's really another big benefit as to why getting an Enphase system means you're just going to get more production, because it's able to start up early in the morning and then later, because you've got startup voltages of 18 volts compared to
18
string inverters.
18.
18, 1.8.
Not 80.
No, 18. Seriously,
Wow.
18 volts. So the first sign of light in the morning is starting to work, and later on in the evening, when the sun goes down, and typically a string inverter's operating voltage won't be high enough, and that shuts off, the microinverters continue to run. So we, over the course of a day, a year, 25 years, those extra 1%, 2%, 3% equal a huge amount of savings for the customers.
Wow, that's incredible. So once you've come down the roof into AC, your new entry is the batteries that you now have.
That's right. The IQ battery is 5P. It's an AC coupled battery, of course, because we converted AC DC straight to AC at roof level. We've got a 5 kilowatt hour battery, 3.2 kilowatts of continuous output per battery. You can actually fit up to 12 batteries on any given site.
Okay.
Which means you can
That's a lot.
which means you can have 60 kilowatt hours of capacity and 38.4 kilowatts of continuous output.
And you'd have to parallel them all together in perhaps its own fuse board, and you've got a power output that would power the vast majority of domestic homes in the country.
Probably commercial homes.
And maybe a few commercial premises as well at that, because 34 kilowatts continuous output.
Continuous output on just 60 kilowatt hours of capacity.
Wow.
Correct. So, and that's really where we want to go to. And that's a drawback of a hybrid system, because you could have 60 kilowatt hours of capacity of storage, but if you're limited to your 5 or 6 kilowatt inverter, that means if you have heavy loads, which might run at 8 kilowatts or 9 kilowatts at a given day, air source heat pumps, whatever, you're still going to have to pull from the grid, which is ridiculous. You've got all of this free, juicy solar energy,
free electricity stored,
environmentally stored
and
energy,
you can't use it,
and you're still having to pull from the
at the
grid.
rate.
So so that's why, so that's why we've got such high power. But it's to be able to support those heavy loads. But we're not just an inverter company. We're not just a battery company. As I mentioned, we're a whole home energy management system. So you do need products to be able to fit that ever-changing electrification of the homes. You mentioned it already, air source heat pumps.
Yeah.
A product that I'm really excited to introduce, which is going to be launching in the UK soon.
Oh, so this is brand new.
Brand new. It's not launched just yet. Don't ask for the date, but it's coming very, very soon. Is our Energy Router or Energy Router Plus.
Okay.
This device actually allows us to connect with smart air source heat pumps and third-party EV chargers all through the Enphase app, using our AI, weather forecast, energy wholesale prices, allows us to turn on and off these smart high-usage appliances based on power generation, expected generation next day, industry electricity wholesale prices,
and your current capacity in your own batteries.
Current battery capacities, integrate that all at one, allowing us to maximize the savings for that homeowner. So really making the most out of their whole home energy management system. A couple more products we're launching very, very soon is the system controller. So this is, of course, our AC coupled battery. We understand there's a huge amount of customers that now want whole home backup. So we will be launching the system controller early next year, and this will allow for whole home backup. So if there is a system outage, you can not only power your property with whatever's in the battery still, it will also allow your system to generate via the microinverters again.
And when you say whole home backup, this is not just a 3 kilowatt, 2.5 kilowatt UPS load. This is a load up to whatever your batteries that you put in,
whatever your batteries.
So it could be 30 kilowatts worth of 30 kilowatts plus of load.
Yeah. In theory, what it does is it cuts you off from the grid. So then you can have your own mini grid.
You're an
system.
island.
So you're an island, and while everybody else is it has a blackout, you're there.
Carrying on as normal, none the wiser.
Exactly.
So when people look across and see your lights on, they think it's just them.
Well, that's when they be I'm sure you have a lot of friends after that.
Yeah. Can I put this in your freezer?
Yeah. And then lastly, another product I'm very excited, which we are launching this year. So within the next 2 or 3 months, we will be launching the EV charger in the UK. Okay. Of course, any premium solution, we want to be able to offer everything in the UK, all of our solutions. We understand that a lot of people that get solar...
Yeah, because you're very big worldwide, aren't you?
Oh, Enphase is massive. I mentioned we have 73 million microinverters out there in the field.
Because you're still quite small but growing over in the UK, where you are a big benefit to our climate, for want of a better term.
Certainly. I mean, a microinverter is absolutely perfect for UK conditions. And we are seeing now a large uptake in microinverter. I think that's always because in the UK, we've traditionally been a string inverter country.
Yeah.
And really,
probably driven by the old feed-in tariff, was just people wanted to generate some electric and get paid for it. Whereas now people want to use what they generate.
Well, yeah.
Which would include then charging your own vehicles off it. As you say, you're capable of running air source heat pumps. It's it's where we're all heading. You know, we're not allowed to use gas in a lot of new builds anymore.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be electric. If you can generate it,
it's whole home electrification.
Yeah.
But you need the right products and the right technology to be able to do that. Gone are the days of just making inverters and add on a battery. It really is that whole home energy management. And that's something that being a tech-based company in Silicon Valley, you can't get any more techie than that.
Not really.
A lot smarter guys than I am over there working day and night really to get the engineering right.
But it's nice to be able to use the third-party products as well.
Certainly.
Because there are a lot of people, a lot of other manufacturers just won't touch it. They won't have anything to do with it. It won't integrate with their particular app, so they decline all knowledge and just say no. But through a contactor, you can operate something else.
And that's one of the things we really respect. And at the end of the day, we're a company that just wants to champion renewable energy. We want to get rid of fossil fuels and just have a renewables on just globally. And if it means that we work in combination with other third-party EV chargers, so be it. Yeah. We just want to drive the whole industry to where it needs to be.
I was saying, with your EV charger, I was just saying, it says 22 kilowatts. Obviously, if that's from a three-phase supply?
That's from a three-phase supply, yeah.
What, 7 kilowatts is
7.4
single phase?
For single phase, exactly that. It also comes with a 5-year warranty, which is very good, in my opinion, for an EV charger. It's a really great product. You guys will definitely know more about that when we do launch it in the
next couple of months.
Next couple of months,
yeah. So, Milo, why did you decide that HDM Solar was a partner company for you?
I think it was obvious very quickly that HDM is a type of partner that we look for. It's a company that values their customers as number one priority. You also want to give that added value. Enphase isn't kind of your box standard string inverter. Nothing against those products. It's not your box standard. You have to know the added value. You have to really understand the benefits of a microinverter system compared to other traditional string systems. And you guys get that. You get that with our product, but you also get that on how you deal with your customers and the level of service you're able to give, because that's also something important to us.
Like just a personal touch.
A personal touch. But also technical. The guys, I mean, you've got some really technical guys within your team, not yourself, but others, who really get it. And we're a techie company, and to be able to explain that and transmit that to the wider audience is
not
really
just
important.
Order a part number.
Exactly, because you guys are educating your customers, like we're educating
the world. We're trying to.
Your words, yeah. But it is about educating because it is so different. And that's something that you guys have certainly shown. So we're delighted to be working with you.
Real. And what does the future hold, do you think, for Enphase and HDM?
What does the future hold? The future holds, I hope, a lot more microinverters and Enphase systems being installed in the UK. What else does it hold? I don't know. What HDM's broader plans?
I mean, we're certainly considering going into like the heat pump side of things, as much as it's something we can get a hold of. It's something we want to learn a lot more with and go into the other options for what is available as environmentally friendly appliances. so that you do have a more efficient, cheaper to run, hopefully free for some people. It'd be nice to see things going more off-grid as an option, as a choice for people.
Yeah, and that's as we explained here, is we've got our Energy Router Plus that's integrating the air source heat pump, so that's something we're really looking through. So it's fantastic you guys are here looking, and I knew that already, looking into the future as where the whole industry's heading. We've got another product that's available in Germany very soon. It's called our balcony solar product, which allows a freestanding balcony unit. Could be an off-grid solution for you in the future. It's all coming, it's all in the future, but it's exciting times for us both.
Brilliant. Milo,
cheers,
thank you very much.
You're welcome.